man. My name is D Bell. This is the media arts specialist, and you are live on the Convo podcast. Shout out to all the viewers. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a prolific artist in the building right now. He goes by the name of Tru3 representing for Plainfield, New Jersey. And he's 4 projects in deep right now. And he has a brand new project out right now called Auto True. So we're gonna talk to this young brother and see what he has going on, man. Salute to you first and foremost, because from what I could see, just the way your social media presence is, how you got your playlist on YouTube. It seems like you're very organized, man, and you have things spread out. You've been putting out videos since 2016, but I definitely see, I'm saying, the progression in your music and your artistry, man. So, first and foremost, what is the story behind True Stories, man? Like, how did you get started into hip hop?
Well, I always loved music since I was a kid. Like, my mom, she was like a thug. Like she listened to all the Big L, like my favorite rapper, Big L. She listened to Big L, Biggie, all of that. So I really started loving music from my mom, like riding around with her, being with her, listening to all the music she listened to. And like I said, my cousin too, he raps. My cousin Storm, he raps. So I was always around the music and stuff. But I really started getting into the music, like personally myself, when I got like in high school. Like, at first I used to just rap a lot. People used to always tell me to rap. I used to freestyle and stuff. But I started taking it serious like around 2016, 2017. Started, when I linked up with my producer, the one that I'll be tagging him in all my posts. His name is Sadale, his
Right.
real name Banu. He once I linked up with him, he really pushed me to start like trying to do this professionally. Like, cause he convinced me that I got the sound and so yeah, I've been trying to, do this like real consistently for these past couple of years, trying to get the ball rolling.
Absolutely, man. And you got a real dope, unique voice, first and foremost. Like you don't sound like any other person out there. And even as important as
Appreciate
this
that.
is, a lot of artists, when they're coming out, they don't think about it. But sound quality, your sound quality, the production, the mastering is great. Like not for nothing. Like there's a lot of artists that are out there and they
Appreciate
think
that.
I'm nice and I'm just gonna throw anything on the track. And it don't matter if it's muffled, it don't matter if the production is louder than my voice, as long as you know I'm nice. And I'm like, that's not how it goes, because unfortunately the people that are gonna want to put your music out, they're gonna want to hear the quality and the sound in it. Make sure the
Mhm.
clarity is
Yeah,
there.
I was always with the quality over quantity, man.
Mm,
I feel like I can't stay the same. I always gotta progress. Like saying, even with my videos, like I gotta make sure I get them better and better every time. Like, it's just
absolutely.
always trying to improve because that's what's
Yeah,
going to get me the traction I need, to keep
right.
going up.
And even seeing the last video that you shot in Orlando, the on a roll joint, man, you could tell that was professional, man. Like that was dope. What was the thought process behind that, and what's going on? You around a lot
You
more of
see
the
me
artists?
behind the video.
Yeah,
Yeah, you see, to be honest, me and my wife, we went out there to Orlando. We just went out for a trip and stuff. But I was on Instagram and I seen these dudes that be shooting videos and stuff. So I took advantage of the opportunity. I hit them up, and me. I always try to, even though I couldn't really do too much, but I always try to do like at least a little different things, like just to separate myself and actually interest the crowd. Give them something interesting to watch. So you
mhm.
know, we really brainstormed that right off the back. Like,
Yeah, yeah. That was dope, man. That was dope, man. One of the things that I like about your music, you know what I'm saying, is that you bring a lot more in-depth detail to like some of the things that are going on in the streets. Like one of my favorite songs is Auntie, man. Like I love that song because I feel like it talks about what's going on, but you give it like a different perspective. Like you humanize what's happening out here, because
mhm.
people just look at the young folks running around like savages, think that people don't have no hearts. And like you said in the song, like Auntie treated us like angels. You know what I'm saying? With the world looking at us like demons, man. So I like
Uh,
the way that you giving us what's happening in the street, but it's also another side to it. Like you really humanize it, man. And I think
yeah, I take pride in that, man. I make sure I try to do that. Like, and that's another thing from coming up, listening to the music that my mom was listening to. The rap era and the rap people that I was listening to.
yeah,
That's what they were doing. Like they
right,
were spitting the truth, and it wasn't just all glorifying it. Like it was telling you the real. Like, you know, that's why my name is Tru3 Stories. Like, you know, the name Tru, that's my middle name. It's been passed down from my grandfather to my father to me, you know, and I passed it down to my son. Like, and you know, so Tru3 Stories, it just came. And I take that very personally, like in life too. Like I have to be true with everything I do. Like,
Right.
So, you know, I don't just want to be out here glorifying the things that I've done and what I've been through and stuff. So while I'm telling you that, I also explain why it's like that and the reasons why I'm like that. And, you know, my environment made me that way. Like, you know, so I try to get people to understand that it ain't just all shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Like, you know, I try to get people to understand why, you know, it gets that way.
Absolutely, man. How has the reception been in the town, man? Plainfield, like how has it been? Are they giving you the reception that
Oh yeah, they love me in the town, man.
Okay.
You know, they love me in Plainfield. I ain't gonna front. I'm starting to get more love than I expected. Like, from, you know, I didn't know, like, you know, people be coming up to me, like when I go back out there, people be coming up to me and really telling me how much I mean to them. Like, you know, it's I'm starting to feel, I really, you know, I really feel the love, like in Plainfield. Everybody really shows me the love. Yeah. Now I'm just trying to spread it throughout the whole Jersey and then the whole world.
Absolutely.
You know how they say, man, you got to take over your city, then your state, then the world.
That's really what it is, man. And I even seen you did a live performance at Hugo's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the biggest spots in Plainfield, definitely to rock at. So your show performance is getting lit. Do you feel more comfortable as a performer, you know, as you move
on? Definitely. I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to get more out there, you know, so I can get more comfortable with it. But yeah, I feel like, you know, this is my calling. Like, I feel like, well, I be nervous sometimes, but once I actually get into it, it goes. Like, it just goes.
It shows. And it was lit too, man. Like, you was moving around. Like, you're not one of those stationary artists that's standing there monotone. Like, the show had a lot of bump to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was definitely moving around.
My mans, he told me one night, he told me, and it really stuck with me. He was like, yo, don't be too cool. Like, don't be too cool. Yeah. Let yourself feel the emotions. Like, let it go. Let yourself go when you get in that state. So, you know, because I used to be like that. I used to be trying to be too hard and too tough. And nah.
Yeah. The fans come out, man. They want to see a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to see a show. They want to see the difference from like how you sound on a record versus in person. And I feel like, you know, your personality really has to come out at these shows to make people say, yo, I'll pay to go see him again. You know, that kind of gets the momentum going. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you act like you enjoy being there, like I said, you could be too cool to the point where it's like, this man don't even look like he enjoying himself. Like, he on stage, cool, like, you know, and then
for real.
Then the case would be like, well, why am I going to go out to pay for him if he's too cool to be up here? Like, you know, you got to really embrace the moments and embrace the people. And it seems like you definitely got a grip on that, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. What is one of like, what are some of the challenges right now? Because like, I want people to be able to see this interview, you know what I'm saying? Because whether or not, you know, you work in the industry or you might have another talent, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you put together flyers or you do merch. What are some of the challenges that as an independent artist that you have right now that you would like to have people either help you with or, you know, things or ways that people could support you? How can people support Tru Stories right now?
To be honest, that's what I was just about to say. That's really the main problem for an independent artist. You know, it's just the support, you know, getting yourself out there. You know, you got to get it past your hometown. Like, you know, you got to really, especially now, social media plays a big part. Like, you know, so it's really just really getting the traction and getting your fan base up. Like, that's really the hardest part. But once you get there, you know, you're going to reap the benefits. But like, you know, it's just, you just got to, because sometimes you can feel like you just going in circles, you just stuck and you getting the same views, the same amount of traction. But, you know, like, I learned to just appreciate everything that comes, you know, don't get too wrapped up on the numbers. And, you know, even though the numbers do play a part if you're trying to beat, you get to the next level. So, you know, but like I said, that's why one thing I try to do is I just try to get my quality better every time. Like, I just try to get my quality better, and I'm trying to get my social media presence up more. You know, because that's the only thing that's really challenging for me. It's like, you know, I don't got mad thousands of followers like these other dudes do, millions of views and 100,000s of views, you know. And I feel like, I've been doing this for some time, like, but you know, I also know that if I want more out of it, I gotta apply more pressure. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the other thing too that I always try to tell artists is that keep in mind, like a lot of these numbers are manipulated. A lot of these caps is capping. They buying followers. They buying views. So it makes it look bigger than what it is. But I could tell just off the strength of like when I posted, you know what I'm saying, the Nightmare on 6th Street album or mixtape on my page, how many people just flooded the page. Like you really got true support. So I always tell people, you rather have 100 strong that's really going to support you versus 1,000 that's fake and broad that are not going to really be there. Because at the end of the day, the shows are really what the labels are looking at. Like, all right, cool, you got 10,000 followers, but how many of those followers can you get to show up at a show? That's what they're going to look at versus you got 100 fans, but 100 fans is going to show up, or you got 300 fans or whatever. Your fan base is a legitimate fan base. So what the labels are going to look at, they're going to say, okay, this person claims they got 100,000 followers. You can see they got 100,000 followers, but when the show popped off, only 15 people showed up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not really adding up. So I always tell people, don't get so caught up on that. Just keep doing your shows, keep, making it lit right where you at and videotape everything that's happening around you. Because like when I saw your show, although I couldn't be there, I was like, I know that show was lit just based off what I saw. And the more people see that, they're gonna be like, yo, I gotta go to that next Tru3 Story show. Like, I don't care what's going on, I gotta go. I don't know them personally, but I need to be there because they're gonna feel the vibe. So as much of your vibe as you can capture, I always tell people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, show people what you got going on. Show studio sessions. Show behind the scenes so that people can feel like they also a part of your journey,
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
And one of the things I want to give you props on, because I listened to all your projects, you know what I'm saying? From the first joint all the way up, from Money on 6,
I appreciate that, man.
all of those joints, bro.
Tapping.
And yo, your hooks, your melodies over time, like you really truly perfected that, man. I know the one thing about this generation of music, like a lot of them, they say, I just go in the studio and I don't even write. What is your songwriting process? How do you come up with your melodies and your hooks?
To be honest, me, I don't know. I'm not one of them dudes. I write everything. I grew up on writing. Like my cousin Storm, like the one you talked to, he used to make me sit down and write raps. Like when I told him I like rapping. So like I enjoy it. And plus, to be honest, I feel like it's more put together and I do it better when I write. So I don't like rushing through and and another reason why I do that, because I'm not making up stuff. Most of the dudes that's going in the studio and just rapping, they making up shit. They're not even really rapping what they really living, what they talking about. That's why they can do it so easily like that. See, me, I'm actually writing. I'm actually telling you what's going on with my life, how I'm feeling, events that's happening to me that did happen, like stuff with my family. Like you'll hear me talking about my mom, my childhood, my father. Like I'm explaining to you why I am who I am today. Like, so I like writing, like, mainly nowadays, like when I was young, I used to be able to just get a pen and paper and just write. But now I need a beat now because, it's different now. The music scene is different now. Like when I was young, I used to just rap my ass off. But now I need a hook. I need some cadence. I need some, melodies. So that's why I dropped this auto true, because I felt like, I could rap good. I could rap, but I want to expand, I want to be able to do it all. Like, because, whether people like it or not, that type of sound, that's what's popping today. That is. People, you can say what you want, like, but that's what people like. That's what people want to hear. Like, and it's a nice vibe too. So I feel like if I'm as good as I say I am, I gotta be able to do everything. So, But yeah, my writing process, I really now I listen to the beats more. I try to ride the beat and do different waves and flows, like, because I know the bars is gonna be there. That's just it. Like, so now I just try to find more ways for people to digest it.
And it's good because we all know you can rap. So if it needs to come back to that, It's like, yo,
Oh
don't
yeah,
think that I'm,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But you're right. Like, this is the generation, especially like with the TikToks, you know what I'm saying, with the social media
Oh yep.
lives, people like to dance and like to move around. So,
Mm-hmm.
yo, giving you props as an artist for being able to make the transformation, you know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, you got a lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, MCs that are finding difficulties like being successful with today's climate because they are not adapting. And it's not like you gotta just start mumbling, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have those hooks, you gotta have those melodies, man. And Tru3 definitely displays that, you know what I'm saying? You got some creativity behind the bag, yo. My favorite song is the East End joint that you did, bro. Like that's fire. I like, who was the feature that you had on there? Because it was a dude that was singing.
That's my boy, So Eastside. His name's So Eastside on the gram. You can follow him.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, he do both. He sing and rap, but he mainly sing. You can see, as you can see. But that was just him trying to rap with me. Like I got some real singer songs with him that he could blow, yo. He could blow.
That joint is fire. That's my favorite joint so far off of the auto.
Appreciate that, bro.
Loving that, man. What other producers and artists are you working with? Because I'm imagining you do show a love to a lot of your crew, a lot of people from the field. Who are you working with right now? And is there anybody that you would like to work with in the future?
Well, yeah, right now, you know, I got a main couple people that I work with. You know, we not like a group or anything, but you know, we support each other. We do it all together. So one dude I really work with, his name is Retro is Awesome he's from Plainfield too. He's on Instagram. Retro is Awesome. That's my boy, me. And another one his name is Bad Luck Born. We got like a little we're working on something. We got a little collaborative tape that we're working on. Another artist I work with from Plainfield, his name is Henny Blanco. As you can see, I got the shirt on. Me and him dropped the mixtape Everybody Eats. Yeah, if you ain't tap into that, you gotta tap into that too.
Definitely gotta check that one.
Yeah, me and him, that's like my brother. He's another person that helped me really start taking the music more serious and getting the quality up because he's another heavy hitter. Another person I work with, my boy GZK. If you heard Deuce Deuce on Nightmare on 6, him. That's my boy. We do a lot of work together. Let me see who else I really be working with. My boy Tan. His name is Tan Lines from the Sun. You can get him on Instagram. He was on the last song on Tru3, Light Tan.
I don't trust the light skinned girls.
Yeah.
I feel that. That joint is fire too, man. That joint is fire too.
That's pretty much. I really, those are pretty much my dudes those are like my main dudes that I really work with. Who I would like to work with. I'm starting to venture out more, like out of Plainfield. Like I'm working with a couple of Newark artists. His name is Ruski.wmg on Instagram. He's real big in Newark. Like he's making moves. Like he be with Shotgun Suge. He be doing it, but like he be doing it. But like me and him, we're working on something too. He was on the song Basement on Nightmare on 6.
It's one of my all-time favorites that you got. Everybody go check out Basement. There's a vid for it too. I
got the video out now for that too. Right on YouTube.
That's a knocker right there, bro. Like that right there. That's the joint. I was like, okay, it was Basement and Birdman. Those two right there.
Birdman was my first single of this year that I dropped out. That was from my tape that I dropped last year, but I just dropped it as a single with the video. I'm trying to push that for real. You can search that on YouTube too, Birdman. But another artist I'm trying to work with, it's a few artists I want to work with, like in Jersey, like Crutch Calhoun. He's a good artist from Jersey. I like his music. I like his sound. I would like to work with him. Who else? Sue Surf. I would like to work with Sue Surf too. I like his type of music is what I grew up off. So I know me and him could collab and do something good. Let me see who else. That's pretty much it as far as Jersey.
Just trying to lock down the Jersey unity and how important.
That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to spread around. Like I said, I'm real big in my city. I'm just trying to really spread my name around Jersey more. So I want to work with a few other artists, start gaining attraction.
How important is that right now? You know what I'm saying? Having like the statewide unity, you know? Do you feel
It's
like
very important. Like I said, my father always told me that's how it starts with anything. You gotta take over your city, then your state, then the world. You gotta get you gotta have home first. You gotta have home on lock. Home is important to get that love from home. Like that's important. Even though you're gonna get most of your love from strangers, but it's still good to solidify a good name and area. So, and like I said, I'm just and it's also the fan of music. I'm just a fan of music too. Like, I grew up listening to like Sue Surf, and I ain't gonna front, I just got on Crutch Count Home. My boy Henny just put me on him, and I really like his sound and the stuff he do. So, it's also the fan of me. Like, I like people's sound, and I would like, and plus, when I was younger, I was like on some no features, I could do it myself type joint. Yeah. But now that I'm older and stuff, I want to work with people. I want to spread the love, spread my name, it's people good. That's working. Not these names, I want to work with real artists.
Yeah, it's good because people could see your features, they'll check for them, and vice versa. So when you end up collaborating with other artists, if they got fans and supporters, then they'll also check out your stuff as well. But I do tell people all the time, like, if I had to depend on the support of just family and friends, like throughout my entertainment career, it would have never happened. And I hate to say that, it's true because unfortunately, strangers sometimes do show more love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a tough part to digest. With
that's another one of the downfalls of being independent too. You see who really, the people that you think would really be supporting you, they really don't. But it's all right. You can't. That's another thing. You can't take it personally.
Right. Definitely not. So from what I hear, man, you're working on the album right now, the official album.
Yeah. I'm working on the album. I'm trying, if everything go correctly, I'm trying to give it to y'all this winter. It's going to be a cold winter. Trying to give it to y'all this winter before the new year. It's called More Stories, Volume 1.
No doubt.
I'm working on that right now.
No doubt.
In the midst of doing all these other things. I still got a few videos I'm going to drop. Tune in, like you said, tune into all 4 of my mixtapes. I'm 2 mixtapes in this year. Mm-hmm. Nightmare on 6th Street, Tru on all platforms.
Yeah. And that's the good thing too. It literally is on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? When you type in Tru Stories on Google, everything comes up. And I salute to you and your team, like, for making sure all of that's good, because I've spoken to artists before and they be like, yo, check out my music, and you Google them and you can't, like, you got to go on a treasure hunt just to find them. You know what I'm saying? But your name is unique. You know what I mean? And that's also a plus. There's no other Tru Stories out. Even the way that you spell your name is definitely, it stands out, man. So that's fire. Man.
Shout out to my producer, Sadeo Banu, my boy. I want to give a shout out to my boy Storm for connecting me with you. I want to give a shout out to you. You've been real supportive ever since we met, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the tap-ins. I want to give a shout out to my team, my label, Baby God Management. I want to give a shout out to my boy Henny, my team Dirty Money, Swish ENT, all that, man. Follow me on all platforms _based on Tru Stories. Live, man.
Yeah, we're gonna post all of that up, and I was gonna say just email me all of those acts so I can make sure I feature them all.
I'm gonna send you. I'll send you them.
I'm gonna put all of it together so it looks, real professional, real dope, man. But bro, I'm tapped in, man. I'm listening.
Appreciate you, man.
What's going on? I was telling Storm, I do work at the radio station, but I'm not really involved with the artistry side of it. You know what I'm saying? But any way that I can help to support your movement, man, I'm definitely here, bro. So this interview is.
I appreciate you, man. Everything you do, man, since we met, man. Real, man.
Most definitely, bro.
We're going to keep this going, man. We're going all the way to the top.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I got Tru Stories in the building. His latest project is out right now. It's called Tru. You know what I'm saying? The brother got all 4 of his mixtapes lined up on a playlist on YouTube, but check out the iTunes. Go to all of the streaming sites and purchase. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong.
Shout out my boy D-Bell, man. He gave me my first real interview before the storm.
Yeah.
This is before the storm.
Thank you.
Letting y'all know it's before the storm.
Appreciate you, bro. But no, not
for nothing, love, bro.
You got it, bro. You got it, man. You got the talent. You got the drive. Just keep it pushing. And I look forward to seeing more, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Podcast, D-Bell and Tru Stories, man. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.